to really enjoy. It's a little bit complicated to set up, but I know together we can do it. So you're going to click on that link that I've saved you on the school website, and it's going to take you to here, which is the book creator website. And you're going to sign in as a student, so make sure you're on this one with the rainbow smiley face. And you're going to click on this one, which is sign in with Office 365. Once you have clicked that, it will come up with this sign-in box. You need to put in your school email address so that you can log in. This pops up, you just click yes. Once you have logged in, you will need to join my library. I will give you the code on the next page. You will need to enter the code 6CRP5FZ. Logged in using the teacher code that I have given you, it will take you into Mrs. Kirby's books. Can you see the title up here? Mrs. Kirby's books. And I've made this book here about a Spartacus story. And at the moment, all you can do is play my book. So if you go to play, you can have the book read to you, or you can read it yourself. So you turn the pages here. Okay? And what you can do is here it says read to me. If you click on read to me, it will read you the book. Sounds a bit like a robot, but still, it's good. It will read you the book. So here goes.
Take that. Crash. This will do nicely. It was a sweltering day over 2,000 years ago.
You get the idea. So it kind of goes yellow and it reads it to you. Okay. Now I want you to go back, or can you do it here? Let me just look here. No. I want you to go back to my books and you will see it back on the screen here. Now what I want you to do is edit the book. So on the first page I've done some writing. Let me just show you one more time actually. So on the first page, I've completed this page. I've added in some cool speech bubbles here. This will do nicely as is stealing a man. I've added in a crash, as something's going to come crashing off the fireplace. And I've added in this bubble which says, take that, because I imagine that's what somebody would be saying as they're taking all of the supplies to join the rebel army. Okay. Now if I go to the next page, can you see that there's pictures from the story in order that I've already put there, but there's blank boxes for you to fill in. And I'm going to show you how to fill them in shortly, so do not worry. So that's going to be your job for today and tomorrow. Okay, so that's the whole of the book. But like I said, go back to my books. And I want you to click, you see these stacks of books here, like they're on a bookshelf. You want to click on that. And you want to click on copybook and then put it here in Mrs. Kirby's book. That means there's another copy here, but it's just another one for you, okay? So here on this one, you just got the play button. On this one, you've got the edit button. So you can click here and start editing the book. So I'm going to show you how to do some editing now. So click on here. So this is the front cover. And I've said Spartacus is the name of the story, and I've put by, put your name here. Now there's not a secret person in year 3 called put your name here. That's where I want you to edit the writing. So if you click on it, double click on it, so you're doing a click click, the writing comes up. And if you delete this bit and you put your name, I'm going to put my name as XXXX this time. You don't put XXXX. You'd put Zara, or you'd put Hamad, or you'd put Mohammed, whatever your name is. And then if you click done, it will change the front cover. So then we've got to go into the next page. That's my part of the story that I've written. Not all the pictures from the story are in this book for you. Only the ones that I think tell a lot of the story, basically. So I've used this one, where Spartacus was in his rebel. No, sorry, it's where Spartacus had been captured and had met Crixus and had been taken to Batiatus's gladiator school in Capua. And he decided, I don't want to do this anymore, I need to break out. So this is what I've written so far. It was a sweltering day over 2,000 years ago. Spartacus had been sold into gladiator school where he would train to kill other gladiators just like him. Oh, I've just noticed a spelling mistake. Can you see where I've put train to kill other gladiator instead of gladiators, just like him? We'll edit that in a moment. Some of the other gladiators were his friends, especially Crixus, who had met on his way to gladiator school in Capua. They knew they both had to do something to escape. They couldn't take it anymore. Will you help me plot an escape from this awful place? Whispered Spartacus to Crixus. Of course, replied Crixus. In the days that followed, Spartacus shared his daring plan with the other gladiators. One morning, Spartacus gave them the signal and they all charged into the kitchen, stealing knives and choppers. The strong and mighty gladiators then fought their way out to gladiator school until they were free. Spartacus led the warriors that called themselves the rebel army. They needed to find a place to rest and plan their next move. So now your job is on the next page. You need to add in some writing. You might want to add in some speech bubbles or some of those other things that I added onto the first page. I'm going to show you how to do that now. Now you might have seen on the previous page, if you want to get to the previous page, you tick that one. Can you see that I've used speech marks and I've used punctuation before the speech marks and I've used different words for said? I'm using all the things that we practiced over the last few weeks. Okay, now this is a writing box. So I click here, and if I go over here to the add, it will let me add text, which means writing. So you want to click that. You just want to go on this text. You can add cool things, but this is more for the front cover and things like that. So we'd go on this text. And whatever you write in here, so this is where Spartacus spotted the volcano. So I'm going to write in the distance. That's a French adverbial. It's telling me where something is. You need to spell it right. Ooh. So it needs to be followed by a comma. In the distance, Spartacus has got what at the start of it? A capital letter, because it's a proper noun. In the distance, Spartacus noticed a volcano. He said, use my speech marks. Start with a capital letter. This is the way. We will camp here and make a plan. I'm going to do exclamation mark. Speech marks to close. In the distance, Spartacus noticed a volcano. He said, this is the way. We will camp here and make a plan. Okay. Now, I don't want to say said Spartacus. I'm going to put shouted Spartacus to the, and we'll call them rebels. You see, make mistakes. Spartacus. What needs to go at the end here? It said full stop. Then when I click done, it goes into the box here. How cool! And you can stretch it and make it bigger. So it fills the box. Now you're going to want to know how you add a speech bubble, aren't you? So if you go to add, and look, you can add a speech bubble. You can drag it over here. You might need to make it a bit smaller. Make it smaller. Make sure the speech is coming out of Spartacus's mouth. Or word can come out of this man's mouth and he could be saying, good plan, Spartacus. Whatever you want it to say. And then obviously you need some text to go inside it. So you're going to go add text, normal text. I'm going to write great plan. This doesn't need speech marks when it's in speech bubble. The bubble is showing us that it's what somebody's saying. It's gone over there, so we just need to drag it on top of my speech bubble. Great plan. So this is another part of the story. Now this one's quite good for adding on some of those comic strip stickers where it says boom, pow, things like that. So if you go down to stickers, because they're having a fight, we could have a because if someone's getting hurt. So you click on that, it'll go onto your page, and you could make it small so it doesn't cover it too much of the people, and drag it into place. Then you've got to do some more writing here, so you'd click here, you'd go add, and you'd go text, and do your writing. Okay? If you've done your writing and you want to make the writing bigger, or you want to make it a different colour, click on this, click on the writing, so it's got this blue box around it, then click on the I. You can do all sorts of cool things. You can make the writing bigger, you can change the font, you can make it a different colour. I could make it purple if I wanted. You can do loads of cool things. You could put a background on it. I might want it on black. Ooh, no, that I don't like that. I like it on white. So you can have a little play around and make your comic book look super cool. Now if you go on a page, you can add a background. So it looks really like a comic book. Cool, that one looks cool. I think I'm going to leave that one. Okay. And if you just want to play your book so far to see what it looks like, you'd go back to the first page. Let's go back to the front cover and just click on this little play button here and it'll play your book. You can flip through it. Like this. Isn't that looking cool already? I can't wait to see some of your books.